Tourists visiting New Zealand will have to shell out about 3 times more as entry fee. Beginning October 1st, the levy has been increased from 35 New Zealand dollars to 100 New Zealand dollars. The government justifies the hike, saying it is to ensure visitors contribute to public services and high-quality experiences while visiting New Zealand. Like many global tourism spots, New Zealand has struggled with the impact of tourists on the natural environment, with its infrastructure stretched. The $35 fees was introduced in July 2019, but this was insufficient to cover the costs associated with increasing footfalls. The government says the idea is to boost tourism in the long run.
Well, the IVL is actually hypothecated for 50% tourism and 50% conservation. So what we want to do is shift some of the costs from the taxpayer to the visitor, and ultimately what we want to do is grow tourism. We've got an ambitious target to double our exports as a country over the next 10 years. Tourism is our second biggest export earner. I've tasked Tourism NZ to grow the value of international tourism by $5 billion over the next 4 years.
According to latest data released by Stats NZ, a government agency, 3.2 million foreign tourists visited New Zealand in June this year. That's up 27% from June last year. Leading the pack is Australia, followed by the US, China, the UK and India. The numbers for June this year gives hope, but is 17% down when compared with 5 years ago. This is before the pandemic. Nearly 85,000 Indian tourists visited New Zealand in June this year. India may rank 5th when it comes to the foreign tourist inflow, but it's the only country that has been above the pre-pandemic levels in most months over the last year. Now, the hike in taxes will discourage foreign tourists, believes the Tourism Industry Association, and that will be a blow to a sector that was once New Zealand's biggest export earner, a sector that's still struggling to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic.
I think we're saddened by it. It went to consultation. There were a number of levels were proposed, $50, $70 and $100, and we advocated for 50. We felt there should be an increase, but this is a very, very significant increase at a time when the tourism sector is struggling to recover post-COVID.
Recently, the government increased the costs of visitor visas, and there is a proposal to increase charges on regional airports. The new levy hike will deal a triple whammy to a key sector like tourism.
So I think New Zealand's right up there at the moment at being one of the most expensive places to cross the border for a holiday, and that really means we need to think carefully about our economic strategy and how we're going to improve the economic situation of all New Zealanders when tourism is such a core part of our economy.